Hey guys, I thought I would give a short review of year 2 for Rainbow Six Siege. So, Velvet Shell was the first season and I think it was perfect. The map was really, really good. I still enjoy playing it. It's definitely not my favourite of all the maps, but it's a damn good map. And then Jackal as well, a great operator. Everyone thought he was going to be overpowered to begin with, but actually he was great, really good weapons, really fun to play, and a great new operator in the game. But Mira was the standout. He was the absolute standout character because she brought something brand new, a way to hold down the objective. She had a really good gun, small magazine, but still an incredibly good gun, and just changed the whole way the game was played. I loved it. So their first season was just perfect. It was the perfect start to year 2. I wouldn't have done anything differently. I think they just nailed it. Then, of course, we did get Operation Health. So we were just a couple of days away from getting the first teasers for Blood Orchid, which would have been the season to come second. But we ended up getting Operation Health. Now, overall, I think Operation Health was really good for the developers. It gives them a better base to build on from now on, and hopefully that's going to be a really good thing. Whereas for the players, it didn't really bring us anything. Like, we were already going to get the one-step matchmaking with Blood Orchid anyway. We ended up getting that in Operation Health instead. We got alpha packs, which I think is probably the biggest failure of year 2, because they don't really incentivize actually playing the game more, because you don't get that many. So I think when it comes to the player side of things, Operation Health really failed. But because it makes the game easier to make now for the developers, they were able to fix a lot of things. I think ultimately the player will be the one to benefit over the next couple of years. Then, after a 6-month wait between content drops, we got Blood Orchid. And Blood Orchid was pretty good. I really do not like the map. It's too big, too complicated. It's not easy enough to learn, and it's too dark. Like, I do like the aesthetics of it, but it's just way too dark. It's not that enjoyable. I don't think anyone really loves it when it comes up. And to me, the operators were a bit of a hit and miss. So Ying, I do like playing her. Like, I like her gadget and all that, but she's so inconsistent that it's a pain in the ass to play her. And she's probably the weakest of the new operators for year 2. And she's really disappointing overall. Her weapons aren't that great. Her gadget's just inconsistent. It's a real pity because I love the design and the gadget. I love how it works. I think if it worked really well, she would be a really cool character to play and would be a fun character to play. However, Legion, brilliant, perfect character. He has intel by having the actual mines he puts down on the HUD. He gets his mines over time throughout the game. Perfect. And it's really easy to use him. He's really simple to play. He's a lot of fun to play. And he just kind of whittles down the enemy. So really good for actually getting intel on enemy positions, plus also you can just hurt the enemy and slow them down, which is great. And then we had the first Polish operator, which is Ella. And I don't like Ella that much. I think she's a great operator with a great gun, but I think that's it. That's what everyone loves about her. And I don't like the skin tight outfit and stuff like that. I think I would have preferred more of a tactical look, because she has this big baggy jacket on and then she's wearing yoga pants, and it's like, it doesn't feel right. Like, if they had gone with more of a full body skin tight thing to make her look like she came out of Splinter Cell or something, I would have probably gone with that because it would have looked really cool. And of course, it would have been even more on the kind of sexualized side, but it would have been consistent. Whereas her with that baggy jacket, then the tight trousers, just seems like an odd choice, and I don't like that at all. And I think that her weapon is much too much of an emphasis of her rather than our gadget, because I think our gadget is great and it's a lot of fun to use and it's easy to use, which is really good. But when you pick Ella, you're not really bothered about the gadget. You throw them out and then you disappear off to go and try and kill with your really good weapon. So if Blood Orchid had been the second season and there was no Operation Health, I'd have been really happy. I think the Ying and the Legion were really good operators. And then going on to the Polish season would have been really cool. But instead we got Operation Health, then we got Blood Orchid. So to finish off the year, we got White Noise, which was the final season, and we got Dokkaebi, who is a really good operator. Like her gadget kind of sucks, but I don't know what it is. I really enjoy playing her. Like her weapons again aren't the best, but I really enjoy playing her. Like she's a lot of fun to play, and she's something completely different as well. And I love getting into the camera systems. It's not always that powerful, and when the defenders do find that there's someone in the camera system, they usually shoot the cameras out really quick. But still, it's really cool. It's really there's just something special about Dokkaebi that I really, really enjoy. And again, she's got the skin tight outfit on, but it's more of a full body skin tight. You can even see like on the arm. She's got so it makes it more believable than Ella's outfit. Although again, I wouldn't have gone with a skin tight outfit. To be honest, I would have actually put it on Vigil because he's the sneaky ninja guy. So I'd have put the skin tight outfit on him. Maybe giving Dokkaebi something a bit more baggy, a bit more tactical. But overall, really, really enjoy her. Then we also got Vigil as well. And he is, to me, the most underrated operator right now. I think he's awesome because he packs a ton of firepower, 2 fully automatic weapons, 2 really good fully automatic weapons. And I think his gadget is good enough that it'll get used in the Pro League a lot. I think he's going to be so much use. I think he's going to be great for just slowing people down because they'll know he's somewhere there, but they don't know where exactly he is. And that unknown aspect, because you do have on your HUD and drone that he's around, and you can get pretty damn close to where he is and figure out maybe even which room he's in. But you're never going to be 100% sure until you go into that room to find him. So I think it's brilliant, and I like the twist. I thought he was just going to simply be able to hide from drones and that was it. He'd have no HUD overlay on the drones. It would just be that he was, invisible on drones. But that's not the case. And I do actually like that. It kind of balances him out, I think, really well. And I want to see him get him used in the Pro League because I think he is going to be very powerful. And then we got the second Polish operator, and that is Sophia. And I do like the whole family thing that they set up with Ella and Sophia, but it felt weird to have this kind of drama in the game. But if they're going more in that way of having a kind of storyline behind all the new operators, then actually I quite like it. And considering we lost the Polish season, it gives us something a bit special about that season, even though we didn't get it. We just get the operators. So I did like it. I was kind of hoping maybe we would get to hear voice lines and stuff, but as far as I can tell, they don't actually play. But anyway, I do like Sophia. Like her weapons. Really good. Love them. And her gadget is a lot of fun. I don't think she's actually that powerful an operator though. I think Ash is still far more powerful than Sophia, but Sophia is different and different enough. Like Hibana is different from Thermite, that she's fun to play every so often, and I love that. And then we finally got a Skyscraper Map. Because we've already got a skyscraper map, which is just a couple of buildings on top of a skyscraper. This is an actual skyscraper. Problem is though, when you actually play it and you look at it, it's a building inside a skyscraper. It actually is legitimately a building inside a skyscraper. And I think that sucks. I want a far smaller version of this where all the external windows go right into objective rooms and stuff. I want that to be really you have to work as best you can to hold those objectives. However, it is a fun map. It's nice and bright. It's got a lot of differences, but it's too big. I get lost in it all the time now, and I think for new players, it's going to be an absolute pain in the ass to learn it. So conclusion time, year 2, I think it's better than year 1. It is really I think all the operators are incredible. Now, I do think some operators from year 1 are better. Hibana, to me, is way better than any operator in year 2. But that's kind of what I expect. There's always going to be standout operators that keep going, and keep getting used more and more, even into the new years when we get more and more operators. So I think overall they did a wonderful job. I do think that Operation Health was terrible. Really, really bad. It just slowed the game right down. And I think they probably lost a load of growth But looking at the Steam charts for the amount of players that are currently playing the game, in December it went over 100,000 players at the peak players. So that means that it is doing the best it's ever done. It has never gone over 100,000 before. When it launched, it was like 18,000. Then it went up to January at 20,000. Then it went down to 16. Then it went down to 11. And now we're sitting at 100,000 players. That's brilliant. That is incredibly good news for Rainbow Six Siege. And it means the next couple of years are probably already set in stone. We're probably going to get a year 2, of course. And I would say it's almost definite we'll get a year 3. And if we get a year 3, I think we're going to get a year 4, because this game just keeps growing. And if they keep this up, it could go on for decades, which is insane. And like, even if it only makes it to like 5 or 6 years, that's still incredibly good. But it'll be interesting to see what they do next. We've got zombies and all that coming. And we've got less maps next year. We've got the same amount of operators, thankfully, but with less maps. So that means they can keep fixing the game more, because they wouldn't have to make new maps. But to me, year 2 was a great success, even with Operation Health in the middle, which talks volumes that they were able to keep going even with that Operation Health in the middle. So wonderful job to developers, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been 6 News, and I'll catch you next time.